to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, March 22nd, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. The best advice anyone ever gave to me was don't stop doing what you love no matter what, because eventually everything falls into place. And there aren't too many people in bodybuilding who really embody that mantra more than 2008 Olympia champ Dexter Jackson. Earlier this week, the ageless wonder posted a new training clip on his Instagram from an early morning arm session, where he gave his fans an inside look at what he's doing to fine-tune the machine these days. A few months ago, there was a rumor going around that Dexter might be trying to hit 275 pounds on the scale during his off-season. So if we are about to get a bigger, scarier version of the Blade, I know I won't be the only one curious to see what that beast might look like. You know that old saying, if you're the biggest guy in the gym, then it's time to find a new gym? Well, good luck making that nonsense work with a guy like Morgan Aste. Just in case you've been living under a rock, Aste probably broke some unofficial record at the Arnold Amateur a few weeks ago when he won the overall and his pro card at a ridiculous 295 pounds. I mean, let's be honest, there are very few people on the planet Earth who can stand next to a guy like Big Ramy and make him look small. Yet, Aste is somewhere right at the top of that list. At this point, we still haven't heard any word from Aste or his team about what might be up next on the docket for them. But wherever he does end up making his next appearance, I can guarantee you that he won't be making a quiet entrance. A few days ago, I was listening to Mark Bell's podcast, and I heard him say something about bodybuilders being insanely strong and how that strength translates into muscle. And I don't know if Derek Oslan caught that memo, but he's definitely trying to put that whole strength-muscle equation to the test. A few days ago, the up-and-coming 212 standout released a video knocking out a raw 700-pound deadlift, which is pretty damn impressive for a guy his size. If you haven't been following his off-season, Oslan has been absolutely crushing it for the better part of the last 5 months. So if he gets that new muscle conditioned and dialed in at 100%, he can be someone we see making some waves later on this season. If you listen to the Tony Robbins of the world, they'll tell you that visualizing the success that you want to have is the key to aligning your short-term decisions with your long-term goals. And when you've been a top 3 athlete on the Olympia and Arnold stage a handful of times in the last 3 years, like Arash Rahbar has, it's a pretty safe bet to say that you've got your whole situation lined up. On Tuesday, someone spotted Arash in the gym cranking out another big off-season back workout as he continues to crank his way to the Olympia stage, one workout at a time. There are very few guys who obsess about their daily rituals the way Arash does, which is part of what makes him so successful. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of small adjustments he makes to really push himself over the top this year once we start to get closer to the Mr. Olympia. Now that we're officially in NCAA tournament season, it won't be long now before we start hearing about what teams and what players are out there busting up people's brackets. So if someone can figure out how to get one of those going for the classic physique division, I think I'd take the long, hard look at making a guy like Santi Aragon one of my mid-major Cinderellas. This week, Team Aragon released a new progress photo that showed the young vet looking pretty damn sharp. Right now, word on the street is that Santi might be somewhere in the 10-week out range of his first show of the season, which would put him on stage sometime in May based on my calculations. So if we get a 100% primed and ready Santi Aragon in a show like the Toronto Pro, I think he's got a good shot to walk out of there with a top 3 finish. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.